Your first heartbreak. It hits like a storm you never saw coming. One moment, you're living in a world that feels whole, filled with laughter, plans, and dreams. The next, everything shifts. The person you imagined a future with walks away, and suddenly the life you pictured crumbles. It's raw, it's aching, and for a long time, it feels like it will never end. But here's the thing about heartbreak. Even in its most brutal form, it teaches you things you can't learn any other way. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of questioning yourself carries lessons. And when you finally notice them, they're profound. You discover that you are stronger than you ever knew. The nights you spent crying alone, the days you went through the motions with a hollow ache in your chest, every moment tested you in ways that didn't feel fair. And yet, here you are. You survived. You moved forward. Strength doesn't announce itself loudly. It whispers quietly, in the simple act of showing up for yourself, even when the weight of loss threatens to pull you under. And then, in time, you learn that love is not scarce. You start to realize that the person who left didn't take your capacity to love with them. Love isn't a limited resource. It isn't gone because someone walked away. And as hard as it is to believe when your heart still aches, there is someone out there who aligns with the new, stronger version of you. Love finds you again. But first, you have to be ready to welcome it, whole and unafraid. Heartbreak also teaches you the value of boundaries. Before your first heartbreak, you may have bent yourself in ways that didn't feel natural, saying yes when you wanted to say no, holding on when you should have let go. Pain teaches you that boundaries aren't walls to keep love out. They are the scaffolding that holds your self-respect. Saying no doesn't make you unlovable. Standing up for yourself doesn't push people away. It clears the space for the ones who truly matter to stay. And in the silence of your heartbreak, you begin to understand your self-worth. You may have blamed yourself, wondering if you weren't enough, if you did something wrong. But heartbreak isn't a mirror for your value. It's a lens that reveals compatibility. The truth your first heartbreak teaches you is simple, yet revolutionary. Your worth isn't negotiable. It doesn't depend on who stays or who leaves. It exists independently. And when you accept that, you stop chasing validation in the wrong places. You begin to nurture it within yourself. Pain becomes a teacher, even when it feels unbearable. Heartbreak forces you to confront patterns, to face fears, and to learn patience, compassion, and discernment. Every tear-stained pillow, every hollow ache in your chest, is part of a curriculum you never signed up for, but desperately need. And when you finally pay attention, when you let yourself truly feel it, heartbreak shapes you into someone wiser, someone more capable of healthy love, someone who understands themselves more deeply than ever before. Healing doesn't arrive according to a schedule. Some days you'll feel lighter. Some days, the weight of loss will press down again. That's part of it. Healing is non-linear, messy, and profoundly human. And the moment you stop forcing yourself to move on and start allowing yourself to feel, you begin to reclaim your life. You begin to see beauty where you thought there was none. You begin to trust that joy isn't gone. It's just waiting for you to meet it halfway. Through all of this, your first heartbreak teaches you how to love yourself fiercely. Not in an arrogant or self-absorbed way, but in a steady, unapologetic, unshakable way. You learn that your happiness doesn't depend on someone else's presence or approval. You learn that when you cultivate love for yourself first, everything else aligns naturally. The wrong people drift away, the right people show up, and you finally stop seeking validation externally because you already carry it inside. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, you realize that your first heartbreak was not the end of your story. It was the beginning of your awakening. It reshaped you, clarified what you want, and prepared you for love that lasts. The pain wasn't a punishment, it was a preparation. And though you may still feel the ache in quiet moments, you carry a deeper, quieter wisdom now. You understand that love lost doesn't define you, but love cultivated within yourself will. So if you're still healing, be gentle, be patient, be kind to yourself. Let the storm pass. And know that the person you are becoming, shaped by loss and strengthened by lessons, is more than ready for the love you deserve. If this video resonated with you, I want you to take a moment and give yourself credit for showing up for your own healing. And if you're ready to keep growing, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a video that reminds you of your strength and your worth. Share this with someone who needs to hear that heartbreak doesn't define them, it shapes them. Thanks for watching.